Good morning, everybody. This is OMA, one who may ascend, back here again for another thoughtful Thursday. This week I was asked by a friend, what do I want out of life? This is a question I've thought about repeatedly over the course of my lifetime. It's often subject to change as it evolves over time, but generally speaking, I consider myself easy to please. I want the same basic necessities as everybody else. Fulfillment, stimulation, but physically, mentally, socially, spiritually, emotionally, enlightenment, and good old-fashioned satisfaction. But what was more interesting to me, the primary reason that I want all of these things. So I made a list of about 20 reasons of why I want the things that I want. And what I found is that they can all pretty much be condensed into one single topic. That topic is freedom. And when I say freedom, yes, I do mean in the literal physical sense, but I also mean it in other aspects as well. Financial freedom, free of obligations, free of social constructs. Are you free to think, do, and believe whatever you want? No matter what country you're from, you're probably taught at a young age that there are soldiers from your nation fighting for your freedom. Depending on what country you're from and who you ask, that may or may not be true. But the real question is, are you fighting for your own freedom? Because sometimes we get so caught up in our everyday activities, we don't actually wake up and smell the coffee and see what's around us. We become accustomed to taking everything for granted, living up to other people's expectations, whether what they do or what they expect of us, that we become sheep, prey, and where there's prey, there's a predator. I recently read an article about the distribution of glasses. It's this company that owns 80% of the glasses market known to man. They're so big they have the monopoly on the market. They can buy out smaller companies. They have bargaining power. And because of this bargaining power, they can charge whatever they want, basically giving their customers the illusion that they have the choice to decide for themselves. When in reality, the consumers had no freedom of choice whatsoever. That's when I realized this is the perfect analogy for life itself, and the perfect example of why freedom is so important. But it all begins with educating yourself in the choices that we do have. Because how can you consider an alternative if in your mind there is no alternative? If there are 10 paths to choose from and you only see two, you're going to make your decision on one of those two paths. When in life, there are infinite paths to choose from. It all begins with educating yourself. Realizing there's a problem is the first step towards correcting it. Ask yourself, which path will you choose? You make your own path or walk into someone else's shoes? These are just some of the things that we discussed in our previous music video, 6 Degrees, which we released this past Friday on March 10th. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already. If you like this video or find value in its message, feel free to share it with somebody else who might find it valuable as well. Also, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Do what you do, but whatever you do, do you. After all, it is what you do best. This is OMA, one who may ascend.